Hey guys, it's Marty from CoolCleveland. I'm down here at the Mini Maker Faire happening at the Cleveland Public Library with James Krouse from Ingenuity Fest. How are you?
Great, I'm doing good.
That's awesome. There's a lot of people here. There's a lot of making going on, and there's definitely a lot of kids that seem involved in the whole making process, which I think is what this movement is really all about. So can you tell us a little bit about the maker movement and what it is?
Sure. The whole maker movement is really based on this idea that if you don't understand how something works, then you don't truly own it. And so what we're doing down here is really giving people a hands-on really look into how things work. And that's everything from 3D printing to video games to woodworking and arts and crafts. There's a circus tent set up here. So it's really this whole idea about developing the tools to learn. People are learning how to learn here.
Well, that's awesome. So out of all these booths, how many, I wouldn't call, they're not vendors, but they're like makers, right?
Yeah, yeah, makers is probably a good term of it. We've got over 100 makers down here, which is twice as many as last year. So it's really it's encouraging that this movement is really picking up in Cleveland.
Right. So it's not only just the first floor as we're down here, but it's extending up into like the first, second, and third floor as well of the library.
So this year we're using both buildings of the library. The newer building, we've got 3 floors in the newer building, and then in the older, the main building of the library, which is the older structure a lot of people know, we've got 4 floors of activity going on there. So it's really a huge event.
So if you just had to pick, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 super cool makers, what is like the highlights of the festival today, do you think?
Oh boy. Well, I mean, certainly the vaudeville, which is a circus tent set up inside the library, it really just has that wow effect when you walk into the public library and, hey, there's a circus tent there. That's awesome. You know, I mean, I think that there's amazing things going on all around here. There's 2 little kids. They're probably, I think they're 8 and 12 years old. They're doing, they created a scale model of a clean room. They have a laser device that shows you airflow. Amazing stuff, and I kind of highlight them because it's like, hey, they're little kids living in an age of video games and all kinds of things, and these kids are getting out there soldering, making their own stuff. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely awesome, and there's definitely a lot of stuff to see here. There's everywhere you look, something's going on, but I know I'm going to ask you a couple questions about the up-and-coming Ingenuity Fest. I mean, we're all looking forward to it. Have you guys decided on any dates or anything like that?
Well, it hasn't been officially announced, but between you and I...
Between you and
I would, I think it's actually between you and me, to make it the vocabulary, right? I think that I would mark the calendars, pencil in your calendars for the last weekend of September. That's what we're looking at.
Last weekend of September, you heard it here, and then location. We're talking location. I know it's a big, touchy subject when it comes to Ingenuity Fest. What are you guys thinking?
Well, you know, last year we were in 2 warehouses just north of Brown Stadium, and I'll just say that we've had a lot of conversations with the Great Lakes Science Center and the Rock Hall, who are really thrilled about Ingenuity Fest and want to see it grow, and so I think that it growing into those areas is a definite possibility. They've been fantastic partners with us, and so I would again look toward those 2 institutions for the last weekend of September.
All right, well, thank you very much, James. I mean, the Mini Maker Faire is going great, and thank you again, sir.
Hey, thank you. Thanks to Cleveland.
Thank you, guys. I'm Marty Bielat for CoolCleveland.com down here at the Mini Maker Faire. You guys have a great week in Cool Cleveland.